Well, g'day tubes, how's she hanging? Pretty good here, pretty good here. We got the pressure washer pump here. I figured I'd pop the head off here, you guys could see inside, and we'll have a look and see if there's much difference in the inside as there sort of was on the outside over here. So let's get you on a little bit of a tripod and we'll see if we can get these bolts out of here. I've also got some blue Loctite that I might want to dress the threads with on the bolts of this thing, just in case they want to back out, because the other ones backed out and one broke off, which doesn't help with Loctite, but we did lose one bolt on that other machine, so I don't know, but these are quite a bit bigger bolt, which might be a good thing, so hopefully everything else is maybe bigger inside too. I don't know, I'll have to look. So she's still got some water in it, so I'm a little bit disappointed with that. But anyways, I guess, you know, they have to test them from factory, but I hope they put oil in it when they tested it. I don't know, maybe there's like a half a sump of oil on there too, but who knows. But anyways, we're not going to take all the little valves out, I don't think, just the head off here. Like, they're already bigger bolts, so that's good. That's a good thing. You know, this is supposed to be 4,000 psi, right? So I would hope they put some decent, you know, good grade bolts on there too. So, but anyways, let's get you on a tripod and we'll see if we can crack this fella off of here. Alright, I just got the Allen key here, and it's a 6 mil. I don't know whether, not wicked tight, but I don't know if the little manual, which of course I left in the shed, tells you what torque that these should be at. I kind of doubt that it will. But I'll just probably, you know, Loctite them in, and well, that one wasn't very tight at all. Loctite them in and just, fingers. Loctite them and then just give them, you know, snug, and then put some kind of bar thing on there just to give it hairy a little bit more. Definitely bigger bolts than that other one. What I'll probably do is try to blow it out as best as I can. I do have an air compressor here in the house, and it's kind of noisy, and the kids are kind of just settling in to go to bed right now, so we better get at this. It's pretty bad, brand new frickin' pump, and I gotta take it apart to make sure it hasn't got frozen inside and damaged and broken the plungers. I believe that's what happened to my other one, so I think that was my fault though, because I think I do remember one year I did leave it out, and it was one of those ones where it was like nice the day before, and the next day it just dropped to like -10 through the night, and that, yeah. And it's like, by then, well, you're screwed. Not a whole lot you can do. So I don't imagine I really need any kind of puller to get this off. It should just come right off. But, holy man, look at the water coming out. I better get a bit of a towel or something underneath them there. Kind of soak up the whatever's going to fall out here. Okay, so hopefully like the other one too, all these are the same length. So I'll do a bottom row and the top row. And they're all looking the same, so that's good. That's a nice, thought thicker, a lot beefier looking bolt too, so they brought that up in spec a little bit. Okay, maybe put these over here a little more. And, oh, that wasn't too bad. And there's a bit of water in here. don't know if you can really see down in there super too well, but I kind of don't like that. Ooh, I like this though. Look at how much beefier these plungers are than the other ones. Man, I want to go out and get one of the other ones now in the shed and we can do a compare here. That is definitely a lot bigger. I've got a ruler. And the other ones were... they were 9mm and 15mm on the outside, I believe. And these are... 18mm by the looks of it. 18 by, I can't even really get into that, but it's definitely a little beefier, so that's kind of good. And, oh, I like that too. So if any water gets through, it should drain out these holes here. That's kind of cool. So it should drain right out there instead of sitting in there and freezing and breaking. But it's this part here with all these little valves that that's not a good thing. So I will fire up my air compressor and blow this out, and we'll put her back on. I'll get some blue Loctite, I think, and just put on those two. Should help a little bit because there's a lot of vibration there, but if it gets hot there, it will kind of melt that stuff a little bit, and they might back out anyways. But I'd use red, but red is permanent. You have to actually heat red Loctite up, so you'd have to heat in here to actually get those off again. So I don't really want to use super permanent stuff, but let me fire up the compressor and we'll blow this all out of here. Well, you want to check out the difference in the bolt sizes. There you go. I was going to bring a plunger in too, but for some reason I don't know where I put them. I know two of them had broken and one I think was still good, but I don't know. But that's definitely a lot beefier. So, should be good. But anyways, we got her pretty much blown out here. Good enough that it's not going to freeze and break something. There might be still some residual moisture in it, but I think overall she should be alright. So yeah, we're pretty dry there now. So alright. I don't know if those need like any kind of oily, greasy stuff. I don't really feel oily. I don't know what I would put in there though. You'd have to use something that was good for the seals, the rubber O-ring thingies in here. I don't feel like they got anything on them, but so that's pretty cool. It's still not 100% sure how these work, because this is your water in, and there's a check valve here, I guess, that goes in here, and I guess when it sucks it in, as soon as it starts to push forward again, it closes this check valve that the water is coming in, and then super compresses it really fast down through the smaller hole, and three of them join into this, I guess, so then that's how you get your pressure out of it. So that's kind of cool. Maybe I should just quickly look up a Google search there and see if there's something I should maybe lube those with, or normal grease, or some kind of silicone grease or something. I don't know. I'll go look that up. Alright, I watched a couple videos and watched a guy rebuild all these valves, or the seals and stuff in here, and he just put her slam back together. He didn't put any oily, greasy stuff to lubricate those or nothing, so I guess that's what we'll do too. Now, that's the up way there. So we'll just get this guy fit back in here, hopefully. Awesome. Alright. Then we'll sure we got a bit of this blue Loctite just to put a little bit on the threads. We're not going to douse it, but we're going to put just a hair bit on here. Now you got to watch too with things like this. If you put too much on there, it'll wreck the threads real fast because of the pressure. It builds a lot of pressure if you got something in that hole and you go to thread something in there. It'll wreck that casting, basically. It'll destroy it. And like I say, yeah, and I'm sure these are supposed to be torqued to 300,000 or 400,000 foot-pounds, but I'm not gonna go too crazy on it. I'll just, you know, there's no head gasket on it or nothing, so it's not how these things are sealed, which is kind of cool actually. I'm just gonna snug. These bolt heads just fit through this thing too. It's a pretty tight fit there. You can actually feel it rubbing. Just gonna snug them down. So by the looks of things, this should be a lot better washer pump, but I think I really got to pay attention, you know, when I think, oh, I'm probably done with it for the year, you know, it might be in August or sometime. I'm gonna get a, and I watched videos on that too, actually. RV antifreeze, and they made like a funnel thing, you know, to funnel it in. I'm like, yeah, I don't really think I need to do all that. I'll just probably, you know, put the thing into the bucket of it with a longer, like a short garden hose kind of thing, and do it that way. Okay, so I'm going to look for something in my toolbox here that I can just put a little more torque onto the end of this guy than what I've got. Okay, that little guy here might work. Like I say, I don't need to crank them down, but I'm going to do a little bit of a starry kind of pattern here first. I'm actually quite anxious to, well, I have to get the unloader valve on. Yeah, darn it, I should have brought that in too. Oh, well, we can do that next time we're out at the shed there when we put this thing on. Put the unloader valve on and hook on my valve, or my my gauge. I've got a special gauge made up to measure pressure from, I think it goes up to 6,000 psi, 5 or 6,000. And I want to see what this thing's actually putting out. Okay, so we'll go around. It's about 29 foot-pounds. I'm basically going tight when it's hard to push with just this little bit of a leverage I've got on it here. I think that's putting out some pretty good foot-pounds. Okay, I'm going to go around again. And then I might have to tighten these up after it runs a bit too. It might need a little snugging. I think that good. Sweet. All right. There we go. I think that should do. Should do. Now, just for fun, should have done this when the head was off, but that's okay. I want to dump this on its side. A bunch of paper towels down here maybe first. And what are we doing here? I'm going to dump it down on its side here. Let's see if anything comes out of here. Because if it's got water, and I'm sure they would have put some kind of oil in it. You would have thought to run it. Oh yeah, there's a bit. Now why is that milky? Are you freaking kidding me? Can you guys see that? That's coming out like milky. Oh my god. Oh man, what the freaking crap. It looks like someone barfed all over it there. Like, my god, are you kidding me? Holy jeez, I hope this thing works. They're definitely going to be getting her back if, you know, I fire it up and she's not putting out that 4,000 PSI. That's kind of ticking me off a bit now. Holy crap. You know, let her sit there for a wee little bit and let her drain, see how much more we get out of that. That's freaking ridiculous. Why is that? Why is that color? Wow. I don't know. I'm holding it in, we'll say. But anyways, I'll let that sit there a few minutes. I don't really think there's much more in there, but why there was that? Oh, there's more coming now. Geez, I want all that out of there so when I put my fresh stuff in, this crap doesn't mix with it. I would kind of think would be a good thing. I don't know if I can get her to sit like that, it'd be alright, but maybe I'll just leave her like that for a little bit and see how much more drips out of her. I'll leave her for a few minutes. Well, I don't see any more coming out, so that's really got me questioning what the frickin' crap is going on here. Why would that be in there like that? Man, that's that's almost stupid now. I mean, this is a brand new pump. You guys saw me open it. I took straps off the box and it was taped from factory, so it's come from probably China like this. I mean, this is all new and stuff in here. You can see by looking in there, it's all clean and stuff, you know. It's not dirty and been used or nothing, so I don't know. But anyways, when it gets warmer out, we'll get this hooked on, put the unloader valve on, fire it up, and juice her. This is kind of weird too, these little nibbly things here. It's like, is there something else underneath this or something, or is that it? I guess that's it. That's the soap injector there anyways. Low pressure soap, so you got to change your tips in your gun, and then I guess it somehow, I don't know how it works, I guess it's with the high pressure, it just lets right out the hose thingy at the end here, so it sucks out of here instead of activating these valves maybe. I'm not too 100% up on that, so I'm not too sure what this little guy is here either. It's interesting. Another port, maybe another soaper, maybe 2 soapers. I don't know. I guess you could put 2 things and they would mix and then go into one, maybe. I don't know. But anyways, there we go. Thanks again for watching. Doesn't look like there's been any oil really in it anyways there, but I don't know. Should probably pop the end off of this too here, but I think that's a different size. Is it? Yeah, it's smaller again. Anyways, we'll assume that it's new. I'm pretty darn sure it is, but I don't know what's going on with a couple of these things. It's got me a little concerned, but I mean, these definitely all look new, but you know, whatever. Anyways, thanks again for watching. Catch you all later. We'll get back to this whenever it gets warm enough to turn the water on. And I'm putting my gauge on her for sure, see what she puts out. It's got to be that 4,000 or I'm going to be pretty pissed, I'll tell you. But anyways, thanks again for watching. Have a good night. We'll catch you later. There's a thumb there.